All right, the North London Derby is on, and it's really taking course in here onto what we call the Rokani Media Football. How are you guys? I know you're watching us from. I go by the names of Rock and David. Smash the like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Rock and David is my name, and hope you guys are really having fun wherever you are. And remember, we really have a new sponsor on board, and he goes by the names of Century Gadgets. And Century Gadgets are really dealers in they are dealers in authentic and real brand new and UK used phones. Buy your dream phone today. Call them at +256 756 165 285. That is Century Gadgets for you, and they're located at the new Pioneer Mall, PD35. Get yours today. Buy your dream phone today. So please, if at all you feel like you need a new phone, that's where you are supposed to be. And in this Northern Derby, you need to have yourself a new gadget, right? Avail yourself with a new gadget in there for you. Now, let's obviously head to the big game of football that is obviously going to be played in there at the Emirates Stadium. Tomorrow, Arsenal is hosting Tottenham Hotspur in a very huge range of games that Arsenal is obviously going to be facing in there for you. And continue to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily in there. Now, Arsenal come into this game of football, when they are really having a lot to obviously offer. They come into this as the table leaders, that is it. Then they also come here as the champions of the London derbies. In the previous 3 seasons, I think no team has obviously gone ahead to come close to Arsenal. And what shows that Arsenal is really at that level? One season so far, Arsenal is the first, topping the league. Spurs is 7th. Arsenal is having 26 points. Spurs is having 18 points in there. Arsenal has scored 20 goals. Spurs has scored 19. It shows you that these teams have almost scored the same number of goals in there for you. And Arsenal have conceded 5 goals. Spurs have conceded 10. So it shows you which side is obviously vulnerable in there. Because if they've gone ahead to obviously concede 5 goals, right? And Spurs has conceded ×2, the number of goals Arsenal has gone ahead to concede. That confirms to you that indeed Arsenal has the best defense in the league, because they've gone ahead to keep is it 6 clean sheets? 6, 7. Then 113 shots. Arsenal, and 85 shots by the side of Tottenham Hotspur. Arsenal has 52 shots on target, and Spurs has 38 shots on target in this entire season. 61 shots off target for Arsenal and 47 shots off target for Spurs. We're having 49 shots blocked for Arsenal and 22 shots blocked by the side of Spurs in there. And the passing accuracy, obviously, for Arsenal, it's 85.84%, and for Spurs, it's 83.7%. Now, Arsenal has got 5 points from losing positions, and Spurs has gotten 3. And Arsenal has dropped 2 points from a winning position, and Spurs have dropped 5 in there for you. So, when you look at the previous game that Arsenal really played in the Premier League, they drew 2-2 with Sunderland away. And obviously Spurs hosted Manchester United, and that game ended 2-2 in there. So it really shows you a lot of what we might anticipate into this particular fixture and this particular game of football. Then we head to a side called the games played in this Northern Ireland derby. They've played 186 games altogether, right? And Arsenal has gone ahead to obviously win 77, and Spurs have gone ahead to win 58, and they've gone ahead to register how many draws? They've gone ahead to register 50 draws, meaning that Arsenal really has an upper hand in this game of football. Then previous scores: Arsenal played Spurs in the cup friendly. You know how they played. I think it was in China, and Spurs beat Arsenal by 1-0. In the Premier League last season, Arsenal hosted Spurs on the 15th of January, and Arsenal beat Spurs by 2-1. And then Arsenal went ahead to win away at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium by 1-0 in there for you. So that is Arsenal for you, and that's how things are really panning out for the side of Arsenal in there for you. So that is it for the side of Arsenal and Spurs. Now we get to the injuries. Obviously, the injuries are there. For the club of Arsenal, Gabriel Magalhaes is not there. Kai Havertz is not there. Gyökeres is not there. He's really having a hamstring injury. Gabriel Martinelli is out. You know, Martin Odegaard is also having an injury, though we had stories that he's ready for this game, but the manager told us yesterday that he's close, and they're really having a training session today, and they're waiting to see whether the guy will obviously goes on as planned in there. Noni Madueke is also having an injury, and Gabriel Jesus is trained again with the club of Arsenal, and it's now almost a month training with the first team, and the manager is yet to make a big decision on whether to bring him on or not. That is what we are really having in through from a side known as Arsenal as far as injuries are really concerned. Then Spurs are really having Pamet Assar, Bavel, Randall Kolomohani, all of those are really doubtful. You know, Mohamed Kudus, you know, Archie Gray, Kota, Tai, Ben Davies, and Radu Dragsid. Those trained with the team ahead of the derby, and the latter is on the verge of his long-awaited ACL comeback after playing a behind closed doors game in there for you. So Spurs only guaranteed absentees for Sunday are Dominic Solanke with an knee injury, Yefis Besuma with an ankle injury, Dejan Kulusevski with a knee injury, James Maddison with an ACL injury, but this will be their first North London derby since 2014 without either Harry Kane or Son Heung-min, who have scored 27% of Spurs Premier League goals against Arsenal between them. So the absentees are Dominic Solanke, Yefis Besuma, Kulusevski, James Maddison, and this is going to be the first London derby without Harry Kane or Son Heung-min in it. That is it for the side of Arsenal in there for you. So from all that, let's get into the probable starting 11 for Arsenal versus Tottenham Hotspur. Arsenal is playing a system of 4-3-3 in there, and we all know that the manager really loves it, you know. And in goal, no doubt, it's really going to be David Raya. No doubt about that. It's going to be David Raya in the mix. Now, the right back, Julian Timber, got hit on his knee during the international break when Netherlands was really playing, and we thought that maybe the injury was serious. But to our own knowledge, it's that the injury is not that serious, guys. And it's really one of those players that is expected to play as a right back tomorrow as Arsenal hosts Tottenham Hotspur in there. Now, the left back, Riccardo Carafiori, returning from Italy, and he also had an injury, but he has been passed fit by the manager, and yesterday in the press conference, he told us that the guy is really good to go. That is Riccardo Carafiori for you. Left-sided centre-back, without Gabriel Magalhaes, should it be Hincapi or Mosquera? I think it's Mosquera who comes in through to obviously do the job, because we've seen him really do a very huge partnership with either Saliba or Gabriel Magalhaes. You understand? So that is that is a Saliba coming in for Gabriel Magalhaes, and then William Saliba obviously will play as a right-sided centre-back. And this is the game that you're going to witness how Saliba is good and why is it that every defender that really plays with Saliba really looks good. And I think with months away, if Mosquera keeps fit and Saliba keeps fit, they'll form what we call a formidable centre-back partnership that can complement one another. And again, they will obviously build a new wall combination in there for you. So that is the back five for the club of Arsenal as anticipated. Now, in the CDM area, Martin Zubimendi comes in through to obviously do the job. You know that very well. Featuring well against Spain, and he is really great in there for you. And he's obviously going to be doing the needful. Declan Rice comes in through to play as a box-to-box midfielder in there. And with Martin Odegaard expected, but not sure to start, we obviously see a man known as Ebelechi Eze being played as a number 10. For Ebelechi Eze, in this number 10 position, where he's obviously going to be played, right? It counts a lot because we all know what he was on, and what was he on as a player. We all know that Spurs almost signed him. You know the story. Spurs almost went ahead to obviously sign the lad. And when Spurs went ahead to obviously sign the lad, he really wanted to go to Arsenal. Arsenal came in through, hijacked the deal, and they ended up getting their man in there for you. And they ended up getting their man in there for you. So, where were we? Shit. So we're at Ebelechi Eze coming in through in there, and I know that Spurs fans will obviously come in to boo him because he really chose Arsenal over them. And the North London Derby is really one of those games that you obviously feel like the rivalry is really so high, and this player will obviously come in through and really face some hard time in there for you. So that is it all about the midfield three for the club of Arsenal, and we go to the front three for the club known as Arsenal, and we do have a Bukayo Saka right forward. He's really one of those that is going to hit to score some huge number of goals in this London derby. Then left forward, we call in for a player called Leandro Trossard, as Martinelli is really one of those that you don't expect to see in this game of football. And leading the line, is it Gabriel Jesus or Mikel Merino? I don't think that you throw a player who has spent almost a year without playing in a game like this. And I think Mikel Merino will lead the line to really lead Arsenal to where they deserve to be as a team. So that is it for the club known as Arsenal in there for you. And I want to let you know that it is one of those moments that we are waiting for on who will obviously win this London derby. Thomas Frank is really a tricky manager, and his tactics are really good and they're proven. And everyone has really seen him transform from the style of football he really coached at Brentford to the style of football he's really coaching at the side known as Spurs in there. Now, for Spurs, let's see their probable starting 11. Vicario in goal, Pedro Porro, right back, left back, Dejan Spence, Christian Romero and Van der Ven. That is a very good centre-back partnership coming in through to feature into this particular game. Then we are having Paulinho, Pape Sarr and Muhammad Kudus playing as the midfield three. Then Mona Simon, Odegaard and Richardson will come in through to feature to lead the line. And it's really a depleted side because of the injuries they've gone ahead to face as a side of Tottenham Hotspur. But injuries are part of the game, and you really have to plan for your season better and better if at all you really want to make it in there for you. So let's get to the match facts. Arsenal have won 5 of their last 6 Premier League games against Spurs, 1 draw, including the last 3 in a row. It is their largest winning run against Spurs since a 5-game stretch between January, 1987, and January 1989. It shows you how long Arsenal has gone ahead to obviously come and really beat the side of Spurs. Secondly, Tottenham Hotspur has lost 7 of their last 9 Premier League games against Arsenal, win 1 and they've drawn 1. As many defeats as they've suffered in their previous 25 London derbies in there. 9 wins, 9 draws. That is for the side of Spursy. Arsenal have lost just 1 of their last 32 Premier League home games against Tottenham Hotspur. 19 wins, 12 draws, going down 3-2 in November 2010. Then, fourthly, Arsenal have scored in each of their last 26 Premier League home games against Spurs, netting at least twice in each of the last 8. It's their longest home scoring streak against an opponent in the competition, while only against Leicester City have they had a longer run, scoring 2+9 between 1997 to 2016. So, Arsenal do average 2 goals when they are really playing Spurs in their last 8 games, meaning that 2 goals is what you will expect from Arsenal tomorrow in there. Arsenal have lost just 1 of their last 32 Premier League games in there for you, right? And that is 19 wins and 12 draws, going 3-2 in November 2010. Arsenal have scored in each of their last 26 home games against Spurs, netting at least twice, all right? Arsenal have only conceded once in 8 home games in all competitions this season, while Erling Haaland netting for Man City in a 1-1 draw in September. The Gunners have won their last 5 at the Emirates, last winning 6 in a row without conceding between April and September. So, Arsenal have conceded in only 1 game they played at the Emirates this season. And them conceding in a game like that, I tell you what, it is worth it because Erling Haaland is one of the best number 9s in the world, and he comes in through the score against you. That doesn't mean that you're not really that bad or that good, but it shows you that Arsenal are really good. That's why this start comes into play. Now, the other one is Tottenham are the only side still unbeaten away from home in the Premier League this season. 4 wins, 1 draw indeed. Spurs have the joint most points, 13, and joint most goals, 12, and the fewest goals conceded, 3 of any sides on the road this team. So, on the road this team, they haven't lost. And Arsenal lost to Liverpool, And if it wasn't Liverpool, they would have gone ahead to look like they've never really lost any game. That is for the club of Arsenal for you. Now, you people are really waiting in for my prediction. Obviously, my prediction is 2-0, 2-1 for the club of Arsenal. That is my prediction. I think Arsenal will win that game of football. They are the Emirates, and the return of Gabriel Jesus or any other player that is obviously going to be training today, as the man showed us in the presser, we will wait to see. And you cannot confirm on whether this player will be there or not because they are not traveling. If I know they're traveling to a different side, then you will understand that it's hard to obviously give a guess about it. But right now, it's really that hard. But all in all, I expect some players to return, But for Gabriel Jesus, I think he has done all what it takes to be in the squad. And now we wait to see what the manager is obviously going to be doing for the club of Arsenal in this particular aspect of the game. So my prediction is 2-0, 2-1 in the favor of Arsenal. But Arsenal is going to be playing on pressure as they are coming to this game of football in Newcastle. In Man City has already gone ahead to play, right? Chelsea has gone ahead to win its game of football, right? And they're now having 23 points. Man City is playing Newcastle in there. And Liverpool. When is Liverpool playing? When is Liverpool playing? The Premier League. Liverpool is playing Nottingham, and Nottingham is leading by 1-0. Chelsea has won against Burnley. Newcastle and Man City is coming in through letters. So, those are the games that Arsenal are really looking at. And if at all Liverpool really continues to lose like that, then it won't really be a nice story to obviously talk about in here. So guys, thank you for watching through. I sign out for now. See you later. Who do you add in? Who do you really get out of this probable starting 11 of mine? Rokani David is my name, and this is the Rokani Media Football. See you when you see me, guys. I'm out. Bye-bye.